Geraldine inserts. Set up for Alessi, off a bounce, it's in! Equalizer for Ohio State. A long rally here. Landfair kept up by Miller, an overpass, a joust at the net, it's still alive. Free ball over for Miller, McNulty sets it up. Walker hanging in the air, a pancake from Minnesota. They can't get it over, that's 4 hits. Lindsay Pulliam pulls the alarm. She is putting down a knockdown drill.
Still a minute to shoot for the Wildcats, just over 4 to go in this first half. Izzy Skane with space. Izzy Skane, goal number 6.
Pittman the serve. Thomas Ilara, whoa, like a rocket coming off her arm. Northwestern in an extra innings thriller. Goosenberg will try to end it here. Deep left center field. Goodbye, Northwestern wins it. For the first time in nearly 2 years, baseball is back at Rocky and Bernice Miller Park. Northwestern returns home right in the thick of things in the Big Ten Conference, but nipping at their heels, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights ready to start a 3-game set. Hi everybody, welcome inside alongside David Korzanowski. I'm Jack Lido with you. These two teams, David, started the Big Ten season off hot, coming off a disappointing series last weekend. What did they have to do to adjust?
Well, Jack, the key for both of these teams is offense, and they're really led by about one hitter on each team that really leads the way. For Rutgers, it's Chris Brito. He leads the team in home runs with 9. Mike Doherty has to try to keep the ball inside the park against him especially. And on the Northwestern side, it's Anthony Calarco, who's batting a near 418 games into the season. Watch what he can do today for the Cats.
Gorza, ready for this one? If you like offense, you better stick around. Rutgers and Northwestern coming up next from Evanston. Pittman back to serve. She's already got 4 service aces on the day for these Gophers. First time we've seen her in this 4th set. Lisiak, who's been the standout for Northwestern. This leads to an overpass. On 2 again, Rousseau just out of bounds.
Barely out of bounds. Good idea from Alexa Rousseau there. Saw an open spot. Unfortunately, just a tiny bit too much power there.
Yeah, Rousseau certainly has a lot of power in that left arm. I'm sure she could moonlight as an outsider and opposite hitter if she wanted to. She'll take being the starting setter as a first year for Northwestern as Temi Thomas Ilara right down the middle makes the 2-2 game here in set 4.
Northwestern here seeming to want to fight for every point. Great start to the first, or to the 4th set.
Rousseau back to serve. Landfair, a roll shot, leads to a bump set. Thomas Ilara right into the block of Rubright. Rubright and Landfair were there. A pair of underclassmen who stand at 6'5" are going to be dominating Big Ten front lines for quite a while. Rousseau had to really move for that set. Lisiak got it over. Samity a little off balance with that attempt. Walker hanging in the air. Tie game once again, 3-3. And here comes the senior leader, Nia Robinson, who injured her left hand early in last set. And she high-fives Aubriana Cannon. Robinson, first time we're seeing her on the floor since she ran into the scores table on the far side, going after a ball. Senior captain back in the front line for Northwestern. Thomas Ilara looking for a kill there and kept up nicely by Minnesota, but a nice block by Walker.
Behind the net, El Hansen, who's been quiet, gives it off to Skane right on the doorstep. Close defense by Colson, and some room there given to Lauren Gilbert. She'll get a free position shot. And once again, time to get your popcorn ready for Lauren Gilbert, the fastest player in the country.
So just to be fair on both sides, and Lauren's going to the cage here, there's no question about it. She can get to the cage on any 2 defenders. It doesn't matter. Just to be fair, I don't like the reward for that penalty. It should just be possession, not a free shot for Lauren. Just to be fair there, Jack, okay? I don't want the Maryland fans getting all mad at me that I didn't point it out on the other side.
Gilbert takes advantage.
The best.
Hits the twine. You're absolutely right. Lauren Gilbert's the best in the country at that.
She is the best in the country. That is hard work. That is a lot of leg work. That is speed. That is simply getting off the 8-meter faster than the other two defenders who are trying to stop her. And then the shooting, because when she gets to the cage, it is low, off-stick side, exactly what we talked about in the first half. Lauren and Izzy, to me, not just the two best players in the country, probably the two best shooters in the country in terms of where they place their shots.
Girardi back in the draw control circle. This time she'll face Marana Lamoureux as Shaylin Ahern will get a quick break. Lamoureux, the sophomore midfielder from Rocky Point, New York. Nearby, the Watertown, New York, where Jill Girardi grew
Good
up.
Pronunciation by you there, Jack. That was very impressive. Super impressive.
Lamoureux can't take it away from Girardi. Jill Girardi's been doing a fantastic job in relief of McCone, who came in relief of Dwyer. So Brennan Dwyer, rarely she has to do this, but she's having a nice relaxing day on the bench where Girardi and McCone have been doing a very, very good job in the draw control circle where Dwyer normally lives.
Let her relax. Let her sit out by the lake a little bit, get some sun. All right, Jack? I mean, she does enough for this team.
And here comes Maryland attempting to cross it over. This is where you've mentioned this, John. Northwestern is so fearsome. They do not take a second off. And Maryland, they don't take a second off. Katie May with a left-handed shot and a score.
Katie May has been very impressive today. For me, she's been the best player on the field for Maryland. So, and a good job, good clear by Maryland. They get it to within 7 goals. But as we talked about, Jack, this is the frustrating part about playing Northwestern. You get a goal here. You gotta follow it up with 3, 4, 5 goals in a row. It's rare that a team can do that against Northwestern because they simply don't stop scoring. And so it's very hard to come back on a team that has this kind of offensive firepower.
I'm sure Kathy Reese has been pleased, or was pleased, with that particular possession because it was such a fast clear for Maryland and it led to an easy shot opportunity. So It's just another game within the game. Maryland has got to clear it past the strong midfield defense of Northwestern. And then once they do, they have to get it past Doucette.
I don't think Girardi has lost a draw here in the second half. I mean, Northwestern has won just about every draw here in the second half, which when you're Maryland trying to get back into a game, that cannot happen.
The Sun out at Martin Stadium for a possible Big Ten championship preview. Lauren Gilbert finds the twine.
Mike Doherty struck out all 3 batters he faced in the top half of the second inning. Harry Rutkowski will try to do the same. In the bottom, he faces David Dunn. Now, David, when you look at Rutkowski, not a guy that was on a lot of people's radars coming into the season, but if you squint, he looks like a Big Ten Pitcher of the Year candidate.
I think so, as he starts off with a strike to start off the second, but the lefty just has awesome control, almost a 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio entering this game, 12 walks to 33 strikeouts.
Foul ball from Dunn.
He led the team in strikeouts his freshman year with 54, 64 innings pitched in his first season out in New Jersey as David Dunn tries to get on base.
That pitch inside. Rutgers bench didn't like it. This is only his 50th at-bat of the season. So he's had fewer appearances than most of his teammates. Possibly why the batting average is a little bit higher for a guy you'd expect in the 5-hole. Swing and a miss there, and that'll do it for David Dunn. Walks back with his head down, and there's another strikeout for Rutkowski.
But there's where you see how dangerous Rutkowski can be against righties, because the pitch before narrowly missed. I mean, that was right on the black on the inside part of the plate on Dunn. Didn't get the call. He comes back with off speed on the same side. Not much Dunn can do with it. It really ties up your wrist as a righty hitter.
That one hit deep out to the right side, hooking towards foul ground. Coming in on it, Schieckhofer, he makes the play. 1 pitch, 1 out for Vincent Biakina, the freshman second baseman.
Schiekofer getting the switch from center field, and he hustles into foul ground. It can be tough out here in Evanston with the wind whipping as well. You're not sure if the ball's going to take another move or move inside, or if you can read it as well as you might want to, but Schiekofer tracks it well and got on his horse.
And Schiekofer lost his hat there as O'Donnell takes the pitch. O'Donnell's been in this lineup even as a freshman, just like Bianchina, because of the way he's hitting. I don't think he's faced a Big Ten pitcher quite like Rutkowski yet. Here's the 1-0. That pitch bounces. O'Donnell hitting .258 on the year, a .352 on-base percentage. He's hit a home run 2 weekends in a row, back on the 27th of March against Illinois and then on the 3rd of April against Michigan. Another good pitch against the lefty. Lefty on lefty matchup here. Rutkowski ahead of the count, 1-2. Struck out Dunn, got Bianchina to fly out, and here's the 1-2 pitch. That one bounces.
I think Rutkowski getting a little bit too eager. He sees a young freshman at the plate. He's a seasoned pitcher on the mound. Wants to get back and give it to his offense, but just forced that pitch a little bit too much and went down into the dirt.
Hit on the line, second base side. Schulman comes up with it, and he makes the play going to first. 3 up, 3 down for the Wildcats after both teams plated 1 in the first. Neither team can put any runners on base in the second. We go to the top of the third next. Rutgers coming up.